To get started, you want to arrange your threads on the board in the colour order that you want them. So I've got two sections here. So one section goes out this way and then a mirror image on the other side. So to begin, you want to separate your two sections. And then you want to work from the two threads in the centre. So you want to take one from one side and one from the other. And you want to knot your two centre cords together. And then you want to take your next two threads and then you're going to knot these to the centre as though you're doing a chevron. And then knot the two centre threads together. So next you're going to start the main part of your pattern, so you want to put one side out of the way and then you want to work with the threads at the other side. So you're going to be knotting each time over these two different coloured threads. So knot over the first one and then knot over the second one. And then you're going to drop this thread and then do the same thing with the next colour. And each time you're only going to be knotting over your two threads. So once you've knotted here, you drop this one, you don't knot it over this one. And then do the same thing with your next thread. So once you've switched the position of your threads at one side, you can either do the same thing at this side or you can work back before you do this side. So I'm going to work back. I'm just going to do the opposite of what I just did. So again, working over these two threads, I'm now going to work away from the centre. And I'm going to do this with all three of my threads. So once you've done that, you've returned the colour order to what you had in the beginning. So now you've completed that side and you want to do the same thing at the other side. So working over these two threads, you're going to take the first colour in your sequence and work towards the centre. And then drop this one and do the same thing with these two threads. And once you've done your first part, you'll have it the opposite way around like you did last time, and now you want to work back to the other side and return your colour order to what it was at the beginning. So once you've done that, you'll have the same colour order that you began with. So now you just want to close the gap that you've created. So you want to take your two differently coloured threads in the centre, and you want to knot them together the same way you did at the beginning. So you're going to work this as though you're making a mini chevron. So you're going to knot your centre threads together, and then take the one next to it and knot these towards the centre. And then do the same thing at the other side. And then knot your centre threads together. So once you've done this, you can begin the second step of your pattern, which is exactly the same as what you just did there, where you're switching these colours to here and then back again and at both sides. And you want to keep repeating these steps until you've got the bracelet as long as you want it. So once you've finished, you should end up with something that looks like this. And you can either have two braids at the end and a loop, or you could have one braid at either end to tie it on. So now you just want to try on your bracelet. And that is your completed double weave pattern friendship bracelet.